you.
congratulations. This movie is amazing. I cried a lot.
Oh, wow. I hope it was a good cry. I hope it was a good cry.
Was very emotional. I love the part with the dogs. Oh, it's so cute.
Really. Oh my gosh, they're
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
And everything else is very beautiful, very beautiful. And was it a short movie before?
I wrote a shorter version of the script to give it to my Facebook Bob, my Facebook dad, as a thank you, just to express myself. And then I ended up like turning that into a movie. Some things happen in real life, and I realized I need to heal through writing this and rewriting this, and so then it became much more nuanced and a lot longer. And the first one is kind of a happy-go-lucky. They all become a family. I don't want to give anything away, but it's very different.
It's different, yeah.
Uh,
And this one is your first feature movie.
This is, yeah. I've written a lot of features, but gosh, probably like over. I think I've probably written like 15 features or something. But they either didn't get off the ground or they got cast and didn't get made, or and so this one, we ended up. I started the LLC and I formed my team, and I was like, I'm not letting this one not get made. This is too important to not get made. And so, come hell or high water, I was going to do it, and with my team. So,
It's amazing. I'm glad you did.
yeah.
Uh, and you said that you had a Facebook daddy, and
Yeah.
that's this story. Tell me more. I'm very curious
Um,
about that.
yeah, so the real situation was, in 2012, my dad was mad at me. He would sometimes get mad at me and not respond to me. And looking back at the situations where they weren't that big of a deal that you would cut off your daughter. They were kind of smaller, infractions that you think you could get over, but he would get angry and just kind of stop talking to me. And it was really hard on me. And one of these times in 2012, he wouldn't call me back, wouldn't email me back. And so I put his name into Facebook thinking maybe he's on Facebook, maybe I'll contact him that way. So, because us people pleasers are very resourceful. So now I'm a recovering people pleaser now. So I put his name and I went to sleep and I woke up to a notification. My dad's name was also Bob with a different last name. And so that he likes it. And I was like, all right, my dad likes something of mine. He's back. We're back. It's gonna be okay. Here we go. And then I went to look, and it was this stranger in Wichita, Kansas. Another reason I thought that it was my dad was because my grandparents had lived in Wichita. So it was just such a coincidence, and that message he had access to my heart because of his name. And so I just decided to stay friends with him, and all his positive comments and his likes and his wishing me happy birthday and all these things over 9 years really, really changed my life. And at a time when, we're so divided and social media is being used to say mean things to each other, I thought, I have to tell this story. I have to say that these small acts of kindness matter, and we don't know what people are going through on the other side. And you might actually change someone's life. Just be kind. Choose kind.
Mhm. But did you meet this guy? The
No,
other
I never met him. I tried to meet him. His wife friended me. I'm friends with his daughter. His daughter actually plays the cashier in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
She says, your dad got it. But so I kept trying to find a natural way to meet them. And there was a film festival in Wichita, Kansas. And I submitted my short there. And I thought, okay, I'll get in. I'll take them to the screening. And then I'll take them to dinner afterwards. And I'll say, thank you for being kind to me. You changed my life at this dinner. I found a natural way that's what I was going to do. That was my plan. And then I didn't get into the film festival.
Oh.
But then, later we ended up that film festival called me and they said, we want it to be the closing night movie, And I said, do you understand the importance of this festival? If you had accepted my short, there would be no movie
Uh-huh.
because I would have expressed that gratitude a different way.
Uh-huh.
So just, it's just a sign. We got to bring 40 or 50 of Facebook Bob's friends and family, some of my biological family, screen the movie. It was just incredibly and beautiful, chosen family and family together. And so just goes to show you never know. Just keep going. You never know what's in store.
Ah, it's so beautiful. Is him alive? Alive?
No, I don't know if you saw the
Oh.
note at the end, but yeah, yeah. That's
Oh.
part of the reason I had to make the movie because when I realized that I always thought I'd have more chances, and I didn't want to make it weird, and I
Mm.
was still experiencing the positive healing effect from these comments and likes, and so I just thought I had more time, you know? And when it became obvious that I didn't anymore, I was filled with this weird mix of gratitude and regret. And so that really propelled the movie in a way to say, I called his widow, Terry. I said, Terry, he changed my life. He was kind to me and fatherly and, just for the sake of being kind, nothing else. And I said, I never told him, so now I have to tell everybody.
Mhm.
And she said, okay. So
Nice. And I think the last question already. And could you tell me about why did you choose and how did you choose Barbie Ferreira, the Brazilian girl, to
Oh
be
my
you?
God. Yeah, I mean, she's just beyond incredible. And oh my gosh. Well, I'd seen Barbie on Euphoria and she was just incredible. I wasn't the character is very different. Her character on Euphoria is very different than Lily Trevino, but I just saw the emotions. I saw the emotional vulnerability, the authenticity that she brought to her character. She has such heart and she's so real. And I knew I needed that. And then I saw Unpregnant, a movie that she's in, and I saw the smart humor, the wit, the awe that she has in the storyline with Betty Who in that film. And I thought, you don't often get this range in the same artist, like the same human being. And it was so incredible. Those are the things I needed in Lily, that I needed to see in Lily. And she is literally the only actress in the world that I think could have played Lily Trevino. She's the only person I saw all these things in. She's the only person that I knew in my heart that she could do it, and boy did she do it. So we went out to her. Luckily, she responded to the script, and I had to change teams along the way. I had to do it a different way. I had to form my own company and make it my own way. But she stuck with us. A lot of people might have been like, "I'm leaving, bye," but she stuck with us and championed this film, and she's the on-screen heart of this film. So there's no one else. That's all I can say. And I can't, any director would be lucky to work with her.
Did you learn anything about Brazil or in Portuguese with her?
Oh, I learned Obrigada. I got to
Oh,
meet, yeah, and I got to meet Barbie's family, and they're just her mother and her grandmother, and just they're just wonderful people. And it's very special working and collaborating with her on this film. Like I don't even know if it's gonna take a long time before I can even there's so much beauty and that I don't even know how to process it. So I can't wait to see what she does next. I cannot wait.
the same. Okay, thank you so much again and congratulations again. I
Thank you
love
so
it.
much.